Hello, class, and welcome to Scatter Plots! Today we are going to be learning about scatter plots. Get ready for us to explain this fabulous unit. Take it away, Miss Lippy. Alright, class, I'm going to define a scatter plot. A scatter plot shows a relationship between two quantitative variables. It is a graph shown on the x and y axis. In order to understand the makeup of scatter plots, you must first understand explanatory and response variables. Timmy, why are you late? Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent. As I was saying, explanatory variables influence the change in response variables. The response variables show the outcomes from a study. To make a scatter plot, you put the explanatory variables on the x-axis and the response variables on the y-axis. When looking at a scatter plot, there are four very important things. There is the form, the strength, the direction, one direction, and the outliers. The form can be linear. The strength is how close the points follow a pattern, such as a linear pattern, and the direction is positive or negative. To be more specific, form is the clarification of whether the data has a linear relationship. This helps us understand the data better. The strength tells us it determines how close the points are to a simple form, like a line. Lastly, the outliers are mathematically established points that don't fit the rest of the data. Just look at the data for our understanding now to see where the outliers lie, and then decide how that manipulates the data. Correlation is a way to measure the strength and direction of linear associations. R is the correlation coefficient, and it can only measure straight line relationships. R is always less than 1 or negative 1, and the closer it is to 1 or negative 1, the stronger the relationship is between the variables. Now that we understand the makeup of scatter plots, it's time to get our hands dirty. Grab a pencil and let's get plotting! Here is an example of a beautiful scatter plot. But don't look at the graph until you get started. Here are the numbers that you will be graphing. First, identify the explanatory versus the response variables. We have body weight and backpack weight. Now, class, which one do you think is the explanatory variable? That's right! Good body weight! Great job, class! Okay, so your body weight explains how much your backpack can weigh when you backpack on the trail. So we have to design the x and y axis and put scales on them. You go first, class. What scale would you like to use? That's right! Go by 10s on the x-axis and 2s on the y-axis. So, now that the graph is set up, we can plot! Yay! So, you just plot each point as it's written up here, and then you come up with this beautiful scatter plot. Isn't it just great? I can plot all day. Me too. It's just so fun. So, class, what do you think the form, strength, direction are, and are there any outliers? So, Timmy, since you were late, could you please tell us your answers? Wrong! Sorry, her blood sugar's a little low, so she has to keep eating. So, let's just give her a quick minute. So, Timmy, the form is linear, like a line, the direction is positive, and the strength is strong. There's one potential outlier right here, but we should make the line of best fit mathematically to figure out if it is truly an outlier. Well, class, I hope you learned some really important things about scatter plots and correlation. We'll see you next time on Scatter Plots! Teachers out!